Alright. Links all set. Everything appears to be correct again. Welcome back, guys. I hope you guys didn't miss me too much. For reasons I'll get into later, I've been a little off the grid this time around, but I didn't want to miss. I don't want to miss any Fate streams because I really like Fate, and I really doing this to share it with, my friends, a wider audience, stuff like that. But yeah, so I didn't want to miss I didn't want to skip out on this. So if nothing else, at least expect one of these every week. Anyway, you're getting too far away. Anyway, so hope you guys are interested. In last time, a lot happened. Not gonna lie. Let's see if we can continue that. Yeah. February 9th, Fate, Chapter 10, Skyscraper. I'm having a bad dream. My injured body wants to sleep deeply. My mind is still buried in that scene, and it can't fall into a deep sleep. My still injured body is burning, and my mind that cannot mourn enough is still burning too. I might be having a nightmare. As I doze, I see a dream in my unclear mind. How many victims were there? Tosaka said nobody died, but that's only from the outside. Having had their life sucked out by force, there will certainly be after effects. Long-term physical disabilities and mental damage from lack of oxygen. There were even students that had their skin melted. That scar is something that'll stay on them for the rest of their lives, even if it heals. I think it's safe to say we've shoot out the clowns now, guys. My body hurts. My almost dead... No. My absolutely dead body convulses. It was unfortunate for everyone involved, but you still did well. You were able to stop the disaster in exchange for a wound you would normally die from. So there's nothing to mourn or be ashamed of. The pain tells me to quietly fall asleep for now. No, I can't deceive myself with such reasoning. It makes no difference to the fact that the disaster occurred while I was there, but I couldn't do anything. I say I saved lives, but at the same time I couldn't save anybody. If that was just a mistake, if it had never happened, I bet my mind and body could go to sleep peacefully. I'm pissed off. It's ridiculous for a mind to grumble about such a thing. There are no miracles like that. It's a great insult to want to go back and redo things, just because I think they're inconvenient and disastrous. It's impossible to take something that has already happened and make it so that it didn't happen. It's impossible, and more importantly, it shouldn't be done. That's why I can't pretend that the event didn't happen. There's only one thing I can do. If I hate the scene I see even now, I should just act to prevent it from ever happening again. Sleep ends here. My body comes later. If my body moves, get up and run. If no one is getting hurt is the ideal I aim for, I should do so until the point of my death. I open my eyes. I take a deep breath and draw air into my lungs. Cold winter air takes away my drowsiness and uneasiness. Habit's a great thing. It's only a bit past 6 o'clock. Maybe my body has healed quite well already as I'm awake at my usual time. Alright. I get up and fold the futon. During that normal action, a sharp pain runs through my left arm as if there's a crack in my bone. Well, of course, there's no way to be healed already. But all that's left is this pain. It's much better than when I got my stomach slashed by Berserker a few days ago. At that time, my body was so weak that the nausea was worse than the pain. Just casual disembowelment. I go out into the hallway. The sunlight is gloomy and offers no energy. The weather is very cloudy, like it's going to rain. Shiro, you have awakened? Yeah, I just woke up. You're early today. You're usually asleep at this time. Yeah, it's unusual for Saber to be awake before breakfast is ready. Shiro, I am not sleeping because I want to. I think I have told you already that I am sleeping until my breakfast to save my magical energy. I wish you would not make it so that I sound like I am always sleeping in. Why? I didn't intend to make it sound like that. I was just wondering if it was okay for you to wake up this early. Oh, I see. So you are saying it is strange for me to wake up early? Saber sounds cranky. Oh. Is it just me? It seems Saber's stricter today. Or should I say she's unreserved? No, not strange, but I am wondering if it's alright. It's my fault that you have to sleep a lot, right? I know that you shouldn't be sleeping as long as you... I know that, so shouldn't you be sleeping as long as you possibly can? Of course, but that is only when I am on standby. I was sleeping in anticipation of an emergency. I do not think it is logical for me to sleep in this situation. Why not? We're not fighting anyone. We're not being attacked right now. No, I mean, that is... Saber's unclear, as if there's something she doesn't want to say. Oh shit, is this the last day? Ah well, it's not an emergency right now, so you should sleep until we head out. I'll come and get you when breakfast is ready, so save your powers until then. I'm going to need your powers all day. I head towards the kitchen. Hold on, Shiro. What is it, something else? What did you just say you were going to do? Ah, shit, I gasped without realizing. Even though she's asking me a question, Saber glares at me as if not letting me answer. Your body should rest first. Rin will prepare breakfast. What you should be doing is resting in your room and healing your body. I will not let you claim you do not understand this fact. Saber sounds strict because she's concerned about me. Please return to your room, Shiro. You are the one who needs to sleep. She might be able to read my mind as she glares at me even harder. But I can't let Shinji go. No, I won't go back to my room. I'm already well rested, and there's something that we have to do. Let's go into town when we're ready, Saber. We have to find Shinji before the day's out. Why is that? There's no reason to find Raja's master before the day is over. If we are going to fight, we should wait until your wounds have healed. It will not be too late then. That's wrong, Saber. If you're talking about importance, my body comes later. We don't have any time. You should know what Shinji will do. I'm going to separate him from Ryder before he puts up another bounded field like that. We won't be able to do anything without a servant. He won't be able to do anything without a servant. So you are saying you do not want victims like yesterday? You are fighting for that reason, and not to defeat Ryder's master? That's not true. I'll have Shinji take responsibility. It's just that we needed to defeat Ryder to do that. And anyway, it's only natural to act to prevent any victims. There's something that comes with... That's something that comes way before the reason to fight. I see. If my master says so, I will only obey. Look for Shinji. I don't mind, but you're saying this because you have some chance of winning, right? After breakfast, Tosaka reacts as soon as I declare that I can't let Shinji go. You mean a chance of winning against Shinji? Yeah, I'll warn you, but if you tell me you're going to go after our master without any hope of winning, I'll laugh at you. I'll do it. Damn it. I'm dropping frames. And we're fine. Now that she says that, I've only thought about stopping Shinji and never thought about how to do so. Whoa, are you serious, Samyukun? Sorry, you can totally laugh at me if you want. Whoa, sorry, but that joke isn't funny at all. Ugh, if she acts like that, it'll make me realize how stupid I'm being. Saber, your master's like this, but what about you? You don't have any objections to fighting Ryder? There should be no problem if I'm only to fight against Ryder. I've already gauged her ability. I believe Shiro knows well. He has actually faced Ryder himself, after all. Oh, yeah. So Shiro knows how strong she is as well? Tosaka inquires with her eyes. Hold on. Can I get rid of... Oh boy. Yeah, let's do this. Can I get rid of that? Pin, click, refresh, inspect, mute? No. Ow, which is gonna have to be there. I don't think anybody else can see it right now anyway. She must be asking about Ryder's strength. I have a grasp on it. I don't know if it's because I have a contract with the servant or because of my command spell. But though she's not my servant, if I see her fight, I can put numbers to her abilities. Ryder herself wasn't a superior servant. Ryder isn't as strong as Saber. I don't think she'll win, fighting one-on-one anyway. I see. Then you do have a chance of winning. Shinji isn't a mage, so Ryder won't receive support from her master. Inevitably, the fight will be a one-on-one with Saber and Ryder. Just like Tosaka says, as long as Shinji is her master, Ryder has to fight by herself. There should be no disadvantage for Saber. Why that grave face? Are there any problems? Yeah, look, Tosaka. Even though Ryder was cornered by Saber, who was far superior, she was able to escape with Shinji. I think it was Ryder's double phantasm. The arrow of light that trampled through the hallway. A wave of destruction that would have surely disintegrated my body without a trace if Saber didn't knock me aside. If that was Ryder's secret move, we can't be optimistic even if Ryder herself was weak. No, more than not being optimistic, I feel like we shouldn't even challenge her. So that means Ryder's the type whose noble phantasm is superior to her own abilities. So Saber, you should have been able to tell what Ryder's noble phantasm was, right? You should have some idea since it was used right in front of you. Shit, that's right. Ugh. I'm sorry. I was too concerned on protecting Shiro. I was not able to tell what it was. Shit, that's right. If I had worried about such a thing, we would have been engulfed by it. Engulfed? What is Ryder's noble phantasm? A projectile weapon? It was something close to it. Its classification is close to the magic you use. It could have not been an anti-personnel noble phantasm like my sword or Lance's lance. It's even stranger if it's like my magic. Your magic resistance is godly. No magic in the present day can hurt you. If there's a magic even you have to avoid, that would be... Yes, divine mysteries are nullified by even stronger ones. A divine mystery that can strike through my armor is what you people call true magic, or a fantastic race with divinity. True magic? Are you saying Ryder's a mage? No, I did not feel so much magical energy from her. She is of class Ryder. If there is a mage, it could only be caster. I believe Ryder's noble phantasm is something else. Like a true phantasm or something, I don't remember what they're called. Tosaka gives a relieved sigh at Saber's answer. But I don't quite get it. Saber, is your armor that strong? If you say only sorcery can go through it, then that would make Lancer's gay bulk a sorcery as well. Yes, Lancer's gay bulk is certainly a curse close to sorcery, but... Rin, could you please explain it to Shiro? Me? Well, okay. So much sure you're misinterpreting that Saber can only be hurt using sorcery, right? I don't think that's exactly what I meant, but I just thought it was amazing if the armor is that strong. Of course it's amazing. Not just Saber, but all servants are heroic spirits. That's a fact that they're spirits, but they can't be hurt by normal means. That's because servants themselves are divine mysteries. The only ones that can physically hurt the servants are other servants, heroic spirits like them. So in other words, if a servant was using it, even a paper knife could hurt Saber. So that means Saber's armor isn't that strong against a servant? Yeah, but Saber herself is skilled in combat, so it's pretty much impossible to hurt her in hand-to-hand. The remaining means would be attacking using magic from a distance, but since Saber has unbelievable magic resistance for a knight, she'll repel most magic. Curses like bad luck won't touch her, and direct intervention like shooting an arrow of magical energy is useless. So if one wishes to defeat Saber, one must fight her head-on. Saber's listening quietly to Tosaka's explanation. She probably is not interrupting because it's all true. Hey, that's cheating. They're attacking with magic because they can't beat her in combat, but if magic is used against her, what will they supposed to do? That sounds kind of unfair. Yeah, but it doesn't mean Saber can never be defeated in combat, right? Oh, she's also kind of pissed. She's got the little cartoon angry face. Berserker surpasses Saber in strength, and Lancer has his fatal lance in combat. If we were just saying Ryder, too, has a noble phantasm that can even kill Saber, so doesn't it mean... So it doesn't mean Saber isn't perfect. There are ways for even us to defeat Saber. We just need to use magic that exceeds Saber's magic resistance, or use the weapon she uses and cut her neck while she's asleep. Servants' weapons are in spirit form like them, so they should be able to hurt them. That's a frightening example, but I guess I understand. Hold on, Tosaka. You can't talk like that in front of her. She's doing the weird, tiger pose. I see. Then it must be that Ryder's noble phantasm is not especially strong, but that Saber went into defense because of his attack from Asura? Oh, shit, other way. Whatever. You know what I meant. Of course not. If Saber concentrated on defense, Ryder herself couldn't do anything to finish Saber. If Ryder herself wasn't a superior heroic spirit, the noble phantasm she uses wouldn't be strong either. Isn't that right, Saber? Ryder's noble phantasm is unrelated to her ability, right? Probably. I believe it is an automatic weapon that does not rely on Ryder's skill or magical energy, or something that has an effect on the noble phantasm itself. Magic or a fantastic race. Either way, the thing released from that magic circle was overwhelming. I do not think any servant would be able to survive if it received a direct blow. Really? How is it level-wise? Putting it your way, I'd say it's about an A+. It's just a speculation, so I cannot be certain. A+? What is that? That's almost the level of true magic. Oh, I'm surprised the school didn't get blown away if something like that was used. I believe it is not a noble phantasm that simply destroys. Perhaps it is a noble phantasm that has some other use. I see. That's a problem. According to Saber, it's beyond an A rank, and her immediate attack power might be the strongest of all servants. Well, it did seem like a noble phantasm superior in both attack and defense, but my noble phantasm is more... Saber comments to Tosaka, who goes into pondering. What is it? Saber doesn't seem to be enjoying this conversation. Saber, is something Tosaka said worrying you? No, that is not correct. Yes, I believe it is inappropriate for a knight to inquire about who's in the strongest. She's acting weird. Saber mumbles on, as if ashamed of what she's saying. Oh, well, but weren't you saying something weird earlier? Something about your and Lancer's weapons being anti-personnel level phantasms? Anti-personnel level phantasm? I mean, it means what it says. My invisible air, Lancer's gay bulg are the only weapons to defeat people. No matter how strong the magical energy or curse it wields, it does not go beyond the level of defeating other beings. I mean, I guess that's true. Saber's invisible sword is certainly an advantage in battle, but that is only the case of, like, person versus person. There'd be no difference in speed even if you use an invisible sword to chop wood. Lancer's gay bulg is the same. Even with a cursed lance that will always strike the heart, if the opponent is a rock or like a house, it's no more than just like a strong lance. I see. So that's why it's an anti-personnel noble phantasm. Then Ryder's noble phantasm is... I would say it's an anti-army noble phantasm. Come to think of it, I heard from my father that there are noble phantasms specialized against others, and noble phantasms specialized against armies. To put it simply, the anti-personnel noble phantasms are gun with unlimited ammo, and the anti-army noble phantasms are one-time missiles. Ryder's noble phantasm is powerful, but it's not a continuous noble phantasm, like Saber's sword, which is always invisible. Hold on. A gun would be no match for a missile. It's true that Saber's invisible sword is hella cool, but it'll be blown away before she could swing it against such a ridiculous noble phantasm. So in short, if we're going to fight her, you're saying we should defeat Ryder before she uses her noble phantasm? God, they're saying that so much. It's so hard. I would think so. You have no chance of winning if it comes down to the noble phantasm. Remember, if you're going to look for Shinji and Ryder, the biggest requirement is to defeat Ryder before she has a chance to use her noble phantasm. Jesus Christ. Also, we're dropping pings again. But it's not that big a deal. It'll be your advantage. It'll be your disadvantage if you let the fight last longer. Or you can just defeat Ryder's master while I am fighting. He has no means of fighting, so that must be more certain. There's the conclusion. We don't know what Ryder's Noble Phantasm is, and additionally it is too powerful. As we have no countermeasure, we can only beat her before she has a chance to use it. So whatever the Noble Phantasms of the other servants are, we cannot compete in Noble Phantasm against Ryder. Your advice was helpful, Tosaga. We'll be going to look for Shinji, but what about you? Are you going to stay here? Yeah, if you say so. We can look for Shinji as well, but I guess we will. Ryder isn't our only enemy, and we originally cooperated to fight against Berserker. I have something I need to do as well while you guys are looking for Shinji. Tosaka stands up with a cold smile on her face. See you. I'll be expecting good results. Okay. Leaving Tosaka at home, I leave with Saber. It's 7:30 in the morning. The hill's really quiet. Students usually go to school at this time, but not many people are around today. I hear the school... Ugh. I hear the school closed down temporarily, I did. No, let's do this again. I hear the school's closed down temporarily. Even though nobody died, most of the students apparently cannot stand up yet. It's like severe malnutrition, so it should take a few days before they could be able to move again. But those are the lucky ones. Transformation of the skin, necrosis of the tips of the limbs. I hear there are even students on the verge of blindness. I hear Taiga was taken to the hospital as well. Is it alright not to visit her, Shiro? Yeah, they said Fujini's just fatigued. They told me not to worry about it and to study at home. I called the Fujimura house and checked on Fujini's state before I left. I'd like to go visit her, but I should hold off on that for now. Then you are concentrating on the search? That is fine, but do you have any guesses? I am able to feel the presence of servants, but that is only possible if I am near them. I believe it will be difficult to find them without any sort of clue. Yeah, if Shinji was hiding and not doing anything, it would be difficult to find him, but considering his personality, I don't think he'll stay quiet after the incident yesterday. Shinji's not the type to stop when he's beaten. He's the kind of guy that'll take his revenge. He's petty like that. Then you are saying Ryder's master will be constructing another battlefield? No doubt. Like me, he can't provide magical energy for a servant. If he wants revenge on us, he'll have to collect magical energy first. So it shouldn't be that difficult to find him. So we will not be looking for Ryder's master, but for the battlefield? Yeah, even if we can't perceive the master, we can sense the battlefield if we get near it, and that'll tell us about possible locations as well. We just need to look for large buildings where lots of people gather. I am surprised. You're thinking pretty well, Shiro. Hey, it's not like I'm not thinking, you know. I wouldn't say something like that if I wasn't confident about finding them. Yeah, I'm confident. There's a mat at the battlefield, but there's more meaning in us walking around. Just as they can't leave Shinji alone, I bet Shinji doesn't intend to let us go either. Ah shit, I'm like speaking of the... Anyway, just to be sure we go to Shinji's house. I have Saber check for the presence of Ryder. The result is negative. Well, he's not the kind of guy that'd be resting at home. Let's go. If Shinji's going to construct a battlefield, it'll be in Shinto, and not over here. Let's go to each of the office buildings. Calling into Saber, I leave the Macho house. Is it alright, Shiro? This is Sakura's house. Do you not want to talk to her since you're here? I believe we have time for that. I'm worried about her, for sure. According to Tosaka, Sakura was just weakened. Fortunately, she didn't have any external wounds. But if I can, I want to see her and take care of her, since she was always taking care of me. But I don't think so. I can't get her involved in this war by going to see her before things are over. And most of all, I can't go and see Sakura if I'm to fight Sakura's brother soon. If the worst comes to worst and I have to kill Shinji, I'll never be able to face her. So I shouldn't leave any lingering affections. I think it's the best course that I can take, and also I believe it's for Sakura's best as well. We go to every building we spawn. We went through all the larger ones first, but no findings yet. Wiping the sweat off my brow, I move my heavy limbs. Trying to calm my breathing, I stand still for a while and take a deep breath. Shiro, is there some... Shiro, please come this way. Hold on, that's the way to the park. There's still some buildings you haven't checked out over this way. Please wait on that matter. This takes priority right now. Something must have caught her attention. She speaks strictly and pulls me towards the park. Hold on, Saber. What are we doing coming here? There's nothing here. Even you should know that. It's fine, so please sit down on that bench. I will listen to you later. Stared down at by Saber, I reluctantly sit down on the bench. And then... I almost faint. I hold my face with one hand. My forehead is sweaty. My right arm. My breath is out of control even though I'm sitting down. Hold on. Why am I sweating in the middle of winter? That's strange. Was I this tired? As soon as I asked myself that, I finally realized the state of my body. I'm not tired. This is just my unhealed wounds aching. Ridiculous. No matter how deep the breaths I take, I can't catch my breath. My body's heavy and my legs refuse to stand up. It seems you have finally realized the condition you are in, Shiro. Saber's angry. It's only natural. It does no good when the one who's just the idea of searching for Shinji is just resting on a bench. Sorry, I'll be able to move again soon. Just hold on. That's not what I am concerned about. It seems it is useless to say anything to you. I understand Saber's angry. I understand, but I don't get what she's so angry about. Hey, Saber, you have to be clear, or I won't get what you're trying to say. There's no need to tell you if you do not understand. Please just rest there, Shiro. I will keep you company if you do not wish to rest alone. Saying that, Saber sits next to me. Huh? Bench isn't that large. Saber's sitting so close to me that I could touch her shoulder if I leaned over a bit. Hey, no. Hold on, Saber. We don't have time to rest. We didn't come here to play. We did not come here to play. Resting is part of the battle. If you have any complaints, please tell me after you catch that breath of yours. You say catch my breath, but... It's true that my body's tired and I can't breathe properly, but if you're so this close, my heart starts jumping and... Shiro, are you listening to me? You have been pushing your body all this time, so please relax and calm down for now. Your body will not rest if you are not calm. Well, so... She wants me to calm. Why doesn't she get away from me? I don't know what Saber thinks, but for me, she's a girl of around my age. Oh shit. Well, she's actually younger, but she's a girl nonetheless. And on top of that, she's unrealistically beautiful. I don't know what kind of guy would be able to calm down with her next to him. Shiro, is it just me? Do you look more pale? That's not true. I'm not disturbed. I'm not thinking you're hot. I mean, what? Well, that's good, but it seems you should lie down. Perhaps there's some place to rest around here. Saber looks around. Hey, why is there a guy using his lover's thighs as a pillow in this desolate park? What a weird scene. And it seems Saber's looking at them and thinking. Shiro, if you do not feel well, please lie down. I'm fine. I'm calm if I say still. Don't worry. You don't have to worry. Just ignore me. Looking away from Saber, I close my eyes so I won't see her. Calm down. I try to ignore Saber, who's sitting next to me. All I have to do is keep on breathing deeply and... The fire died down after one night. The red fiery walls were gone. There was burnt field all around me, and the blanketed woods were smoldering with the sounds of sparking. As I lay there, I think it sounds like a small firework. The sky starts to cloud up. It would rain soon, and the fire should stop soon. I was looking up blankly at the sky with a body that was even having difficulty breathing. There are only burned corpses around me. I'm gonna touch that just a bit. I have burns all over my body, and there's a bad burn across my chest. My open chest. I feel like I could grab my heart and put my fingers into my inflamed chest. Oh yeah, now that I think about it, I didn't fall because I was tired. My numb body wasn't kind enough to be able to rest just because I was tired. I fell because I think my wounds made me unable to move my arms or legs. So I was manly and did not panic. I don't know if I'd call that manly. I knew I would not be saved, and I wasn't scared because everyone around me had died the same way. I just looked up at the clouding sky and watched myself as it grew thinner. But still, with my dazed consciousness, I thought to seek help as long as I was alive and reached out my hands. Wait, something's weird. I shouldn't remember a burning feeling in my chest. I wake up suddenly. I open my shirt and check my body. Yeah, no scar at all. There's no scar on my chest. I almost died because of the lack of oxygen from the burn after all, and I didn't have any fatal wounds. If I had taken something like that, I bet even Kiritsugu wouldn't have been able to save me. No, more importantly. Well, shit, it's night already? Was I a sleep saver? Yes, you seem to be sleeping sound deeply. I did not want to wake you up. It seems the result is worth it. You look much better than before. You're mean. Even if it was bad for me, you should have woken me up. I told you we don't have time to be resting. Resting is a necessary action, and you were only sleeping for an hour, so should be no problem. That's the only in hindsight opinion. What were you going to do if I didn't wake up? Let me see. It would not have been too different. The day had ended, and I was starting to get cold, so I was about to wake you up. That's no good. No matter how much I think about it, she's right in this case. Well, I certainly do feel much better. I get up from the bench and start walking through the field. There's no trace of the field of what came before. No trace of when it used to be a residential district. Nor any trace of when it was that burning red world. It kind of irritates me that in spite of that, I saw the aftermath image just by sleeping here. Shiro? Is there a problem? Oh, no. I just thought we should have rested somewhere else if we were going to rest. There's too many bad memories floating here. Bad memories? Do you have some connection to this place? I guess I didn't tell you yet. I used to live here. It's about 10 years ago, though. But there was a big fire, and both my parents and my house burned up. I was saved by Kiritsugu and became his foster child. What? Then you are... Yeah, I mean, I'm not Kiritsugu's, biological kid. I guess I'm not completely unrelated to the Holy Grail War, either. I heard this place was the final battleground of the last war. The one person who survived became a master, so I guess you can kind of call it ironic. I don't know if that's what irony means, Shiro. I walk through the field. It's been 10 years since that happened, but it seems this ground isn't fertile at all. Maybe the regret of the dying people has seeped into the land. Shiro, is that why you seek to prevent any victims? Since you are a victim of the Holy Grail War, you do not want to be another victim like yourself? Well, I mean, that's... Now that she mentioned it, maybe that's logical. But strangely, I've never thought about it that way. I don't know. What you say is true, but I think it's a little simpler than that. I was just happy when Kiritsugu saved me here 10 years ago. There's nothing else, so maybe I just admired him and wanted to be like him. That's right. I was just happy at that time. I can't put into words the emotion I felt when my request for help was granted. But at the same time, the happier I was, the guiltier I felt. But I didn't feel at ease because I was the only one saved. I was saved by my father, but no one else was saved, and ended up like this. Everyone wished for help, and I was the only one who received it. Only I was saved, and I was saved with the sacrifice of everyone else. So, Emi Yashiro must take responsibility for it. But there's no way to take back something that's already happened. If I want retribution for those that died, I should prevent what is to come. I won't allow a disaster like the one 10 years ago to repeat itself. I couldn't face the victims if that happens. Well, I think my motive is something like that. More importantly, we should continue searching for Shinji. I feel better, so we should go to the buildings we haven't searched yet. And there'll be fewer people around at night. If Shinji wants to attack us, now would be a perfect time. If we're gonna make ourselves a decoy, the real deal starts now. Come on, Saber, let's get out of here. Let's get to the office district for now. Saber, did you forget something? No, I just remembered what happened this morning. When I said we should go and look for Ryder's master after you healed your wounds, you told me the order of importance was wrong. I mean, I guess I said that. I don't really remember the exact details. You said the same thing yesterday. I have felt it for a while, but I became confident about it then. That you have no intention of saving yourself. As if, even stating the fact is a crime, she stares at me and declares so. You are putting others ahead of yourself. That is admirable, but you will regret it someday if you continue like that. You should value yourself more, Shiro. Saber walks past me. Let us go. We are certainly putting a burden on you by being here. Saber starts to walk towards the office district. I try to call out to her, but I can't in the end. What are you saying? Those words die in my throat. It can't be that I intend to save myself. It can't be true, but for some reason, I can't refute her. We walk through the town. It's past 8 o'clock. At this time, when the station gets most crowded, Saber and I stare at the map of the city. We have gone around most of the main buildings. Are there any other places to go? Let's see. There's a factory a little ways away. We should look there since people gather there too. Well, I don't think a factory is Shinji's style, though. Even as I answer, it's hard to look at Saber. That's because of the conversation earlier is still affecting me. Since Saber's acting like she doesn't care, it bothers me even more. How about you, Saber? Can you feel Ryder's presence? No, I do not. I have fought her once, so I should be able to perceive her if she is nearby. Whoa. A strange feeling pierces my heart. A wave of magical energy that even I can feel. There's no way Saber can't feel that. Shiro, I believe I do not need to say this, but... Yeah, I know. Are they near? No, I do not think that they are that close yet, but they're certainly watching. The magical energy is probably to provoke us. They're watching us, so that must mean they finally fell for the decoy. If they're emitting magical energy so obviously, they must be trying to tempt us. So, is this Ryder's presence? My mind switches. The awkwardness from before disappears. I shall follow the magical energy. Please be careful, Master, and nod silently. The murderous intent stinging my skin is coming from the office district, empty of people. Maybe no one's working overtime today, of all days. Most of the lights in the building you could call the symbol of Shinto have already disappeared. Not many people are walking through the roads, and the view isn't that bad. No one looks suspicious, and if Shinji is anywhere, he'd be ahead of us. Maybe the park we were just in. The murderous intent is getting stronger. There's no mistake that an enemy's nearby. No, more like... I feel a chill run down my spine. From the intensity of the murderous intent that even I can feel. Perhaps we were already in range of the enemy. Watch out, Saber. Something's weird. Yes, your senses are correct. I do not think they will attack us out in the open, but we should still be careful. Nodding silently, we head to the park. I'll ignore the oppressive pressure that feels like having a knife stuck to my neck. Ryder and Shinji are nowhere in the office district. If they're going to attack, it'll be in the park where nobody will see. Shiro! Saber? I turn to Saber. She rushes at me like lightning and deflects the attack over my head. Ugh. I look up. In my sight is a large building, towering overhead as if to reach the heavens, and clinging to its side like a spider is the figure of the enemy. What? Long hair covering her whole body and flexible white limbs. The figure with the masked face is none other than Servant Ryder. Huh. The figure clinging around the 5th floor looks at me and licks her lips. I feel a freezing chill. There's no mistake. She came down from the top of the building to kill me using my overhead blind spot. Saber lands on the ground. Saber, who jumped above me and deflected the attack, has instantly armed herself. Saber, she's... I will follow him. Please stay here, Shiro. Huh? How are you gonna follow her? She kicks the ground. The silver armor disappears from my vision in an instant. What? If Ryder coming down from the top of the building is ridiculous, so is Saber pursuing her just by jumping. No. Perhaps it's because they are servants. Normal logic doesn't apply to them. Like Ryder, Saber kicks the side of the building and charges at Ryder like lightning. The two shadows intersect at great speeds. They clash overhead and separate, and then kick off the building and clash again. It's like watching fighter aircrafts dogfight. I have to follow. Fun fact, in my initial playthrough, this is where I got my first and only bad end, because I was like, oh, the whole story up till now has been about how Shiro needs to learn to protect himself and stand back and let it right. And I got it wrong. I got it wrong, and I died, I think. I can't just watch. Perhaps it's because the battle with no footholds. Saber's unable to overwhelm Ryder like before. The two's conflict moves slowly towards the rooftop. Oh, rooftop? If Ryder came from the rooftop, chances are Shinji's there. There are two conditions to fighting Ryder. Beating Ryder before she has a chance to use her noble phantasm, or get Shinji before even that. Since Saber's fighting Ryder, the only thing I can do is kick fucking Shinji's ass. Interlude 1-0. Two shadows running up. The ground is already far away, and the clashes occur at higher and higher altitudes. The two need no footholds as they fly higher by kicking off walls of the building. In the process, in the instant it takes for them to move to the rooftop, they clash numerous times. If there was anyone watching them from the ground, they would think it looks like pinball. But then again, they cannot be perceived with the naked eye. Only their tracks are barely visible, and they are a circus of death, invisible to any normal beings. But this circus is not what Saber wanted. Even if she is a servant, she cannot fly through the sky. She can run up a wall, but that's it. This is no different from freefall. It's just the difference between rising until she loses her speed rather than falling. So the expression falling into the sky isn't that far off. Since she has started, she has to continue the final destination of the rooftop. If she takes any blows from her opponent in the process, she will just fall miserably to the ground. But those rules do not apply to the opponent Saber has to defeat. A trace of purple attacks Saber, who is just heading for the rooftop, attacking from both sides and from above, arcing from every direction. Ryder is not bound by gravity. Her long hair sways like a comet's tail, and her figure is like a snake encircling a tree. Saber's feet touch the building. Tilting her body to the side, she kicks off the building to head around to its side. Saber's path had headed directly towards the rooftop, changes direction perpendicularly. The following attack goes away. Ryder cannot match Saber in instantaneous bursts. Saber shakes Ryder off with one kick and, reaching the side of the building, kicks upwards again. Up to the rooftop this time. If Ryder is a snake wrapped around the building, Saber is almost like an exploding firework. But maybe Ryder expected even that. The distance between the two does not change. Ryder does not let Saber get away as she runs to the side and attacks in the opening as Saber kicks off the building. She flicks Ryder away with her sword and jumps into the open area. There's a limit to how much she can block Ryder's attacks in the air. The skills that were not even a match before are finally matched on the battlefield. This battlefield. There's no decisive blows in this battle. No, Ryder herself is avoiding them, most of all. When Saber jumps at Ryder with determination, Ryder only defends and shows no intention of countering. Ryder's just keeping Saber in check as she runs to the rooftop. Are you unwilling to fight, Ryder? Saber yells at her cowardly opponent. As a knight, this kind of fight is an insult. A battle determines the victor by exchanging blows with full force. According to that belief, Ryder's behavior is only an insult. It seems you don't like high places, Saber. Ryder only replies in a cool voice. As she says, Saber's inexperienced in air battles. One could say tonight is the first time she is engaged in such a battle. After all, a knight runs on the ground. They are not the type to stick to walls like the woman in front of Saber. For whatever that means. Your famous sword is useless here, right? But do not worry, as it'll allow you comfort soon. Ryder moves higher as if to tempt Saber. She's deliberately constructing the situation. Saber acknowledges that as well. The final stop in this circus. Ryder's ideal position must await at that point. Ryder's trump card cannot be used readily. That is why she's luring her enemy somewhere where nothing will interrupt them, and she's determined to settle this match with her strongest blow. If Saber continues to the rooftop, she will be in trouble. If Ryder's noble phantasm is as Saber believes, there's no way to defend against it. But there's no turning back now. She cannot let Ryder or Ryder's master be. Not because it is the principle of the Holy Grail War to defeat one's enemies. Saber must defeat Ryder right here to protect her master. Because it cannot be helped. Saber herself is amazed. But she has thought at least once that she does not want to push her honest master. The two gain altitude. Continuing their momentous clashes, the battle is about to reach the final destination. Interlude. Out. Damn it, why does it only go up to the 40th floor? I ran up the stairs while cursing. Even though I was able to enter the building through the back door, the elevator didn't go to the rooftop. I have to run the remaining 10 floors up my own feet. I ran up the stairs full speed. I don't know how long it's been since Saber left me. I don't think it's been 10 minutes yet, but that's still too long. Nobody knows what can end a battle. Saber isn't perfect. It's possible that she could make a big mistake and be cornered in big trouble. So before that happens, if I could find Shinji and make him use up his command spell, there should be no need for us to fight against Ryder. My convalescent body aches the more I run up the stairs. Running around the building and up the stairs has made me run out of breath. I don't slow down, but rather speed up. I have a bad feeling. I don't know why I feel it, but my heart is in pain. It's not a pain in my body, just something that tells me of danger. Saber can't win. On the rooftop is something that must not be confronted. Trying to shake off the bad feeling and continue up the stairs full speed. I should have said this one was going to be the double wide. Oh well. The wind is strong. As soon as I open the door, the scenery of the night town surrounds me. The concrete ground is burned up here and there. It's like an iron plate from a barbecue making sizzling sounds. At the center, in the middle of the burned up rooftop, is her figure, down on her knees. Saber! Shiro, why are you here? Saber has nothing to spare but breathing with her shoulders. The instant I try to run to her, I notice something strange floating up in the sky. No. The overwhelming amount of magical energy forced me to recognize it. What? I stare up at the sky. The sound of wings flapping. There's something whiter than the hazy white moon. Oh yeah, baby. It is a legendary, divine mystery spoken of only in myths. Phantasmal beast. That's what they call it. That's what it's supposed to be called. And the instant Saber reaches the rooftop, she confronts the true form of her opponent. Supporting her falling body with a sword, Saber looks up. A white light approaches instantly. Deploying the wind wrapped around her sword, she creates an invisible wall. Her body is blown away. That which should have nullified any possible impact could not even slow the charge of the Pegasus. Blown away, she rolls to the ground. There's no time to lie down. The Pegasus turns in the air and continues to glide without a pause. She cannot block that blow. The only possible measure is to jump and evade it. But even if she avoids the attack, the trail is enough to chip at her protection. She'll eventually take a direct blow if she continues like this. The white light comes swooping down. The Pegasus glides down from high above, mows Saber down without touching the rooftop, and returns to the sky. Pursuit is impossible. There's no wall to run up, and even if there was one, no one would be able to catch that Pegasus. In that inferior position, Saber waits for a chance to counter. Even if it is a Pegasus, if it's alive, it can be killed. The only chance of victory Saber has left is for Ryder to make a mistake while the Pegasus is reigning. I'm surprised. You are tougher than you look. A voice from above. Saber looks up, holding her sword readily. But is there any meaning in that? You have no chance of victory. If you're going to just disappear, disappear with grace. Ryder sounds calm. A little joy can be heard in that voice. I expected a fantastic race, but did not think you would bring out something like that, Ryder. A phantasmal beast. As it sounds, they are beings that only exist in fantasy. Demi-humans like sprites and giants. Demonic beasts like demons and dragons. As their very existence is a divine mystery, it is said that they themselves surpass magic. It is the law that divine mystery will be eliminated by a greater divine mystery. As magic stored its power in knowledge, the fantastic races store their power in their long lifespan. Even if one masters magic as a human, that is only about the last 500 years. For those who have lived since ancient times, 500-year-old divine mystery is not even a worthy competition. But it was long ago when both humans and the fantastic races lived in the same world. The longer lived a fantastic race is, the farther its mystery strays from this world. In the present day, the only phantasmal beasts in this world are a mere few hundred years old. That is why she thought the fantastic race that Ryder rode would only be about several hundred years old. Bringing out something from the time of the gods, your deeds must have been profound. Yes, I am different from you. No, I am rather like your enemy. That is why I only ride the poor children that you people have exterminated. I see. I thought you were crooked, but now I know you're an evil spirit, and not a heroic spirit. Curse me all you want. You can't even touch my boy. Pegasus rests its wings in the air. A giant arrow that will strike as if it sees an opening. Saber ponders, glaring at it. Pegasus itself is not a strong, phantasmal beast. A normal Pegasus will only grow to the class of a demonic beast, of the fantastic race. If that's the case, it is an opponent defeatable with just her invisible air. But that thing is different. As that Pegasus has existed from the time of the gods, it has grown to the level of the fantastic beasts. That Pegasus is nearing the level of the dragon race, considered to be the strongest of the fantastic races. No, its defense is already the level of the dragon race. Because that Pegasus has divine protection exceeding even Saber, who has the strongest magic resistance. Its charge, emitting vast amounts of magical energy, is like a giant castle wall approaching. There's no possible way to dodge or defend against such a thing. But that's not the surprising fact. That Pegasus is something that Ryder has summoned, and it does not have a true name. For Ryder, that Pegasus is just like the dagger she uses. In other words, that black cavalry has yet to use her noble phantasm. Saber does not think of defeat, even in this situation. Rather, she thinks that her chance will come if Ryder decides to use her noble phantasm. No matter what Ryder's noble phantasm may be, there is no problem if it is only strong enough to destroy the building. Saber only needs to go into defense and endure the attack, and then slash away the defenseless Ryder. That's right. As long as her master does not appear here. But this is Shiro we're talking about. Wow. Look up at the sky. The sound of wings flapping. There's something whiter than the hazy white moon. It is a legendary, divine mystery spoken only of in myths. Spoken of only. Whatever. Pegasus? The identity of Ryder's noble phantasm. Is that what caused the scorching of the rooftop and drove Saber to her knees? Ryder's riding on a flying horse, as befits her class name. You know, Ryder. I take my mind off Ryder. I hear a sound. Shinji, you're here, right? Come out! I cannot tell how strong Ryder's on that Pegasus. I can only tell that the white beast is constructed from enough magical energy to have come from a few hundred mages. It is only natural for the rooftop to be scorched. That thing destroys its surroundings just by running. If that thing charges from the sky, there's no way even Saber could block it. Don't hide! I came here, so at least show yourself! I'm racing against time here. Ryder's noble phantasm has already been used. So, I have to take the last resort of defeating Shinji and eliminating Ryder. I hear laughter. Shinji must be hiding here. Shinji? Do you get it, Emiya? This is the difference in our powers. Only his voice echoes. Calming my impatient mind, I listen to his laughter. Damn, it's strong. Can't tell where the laughter's coming from. Too bad. You ended up like this because you were acting so calm and composed, you idiot. Do you understand now? You have to kill when you can. Shinji! Don't rush. Let him talk. I should be able to determine his location if he keeps talking. But I'm different. You and your servant are done for right here. Though, it's not like we're strangers. There's that thing from yesterday too, so I'll let you die a painless death. This is bad. The head of the Pegasus is standing in the sky lowers towards Saber. The swirl of magical energy rotates as if without limit. If that thing is going to be coming at high speeds, this rooftop will be blown away, leaving no remains. Don't worry, Emiya. You got in the way, but I'll have the idiots at school follow you in no time. If you say you're lonely, I'll let that annoying Sakura follow you as well. Shinji, you! Go, Ryder! That girl first. Don't even leave a piece of her behind. Saber! The white shooting star falls from above. I ignore it, but the instant I run to Saber, in that instant, a storm appears before me. I don't even really know what he was planning. Saber! For the first time, she forgets about her enemy during a battle. Angry at her master for coming to such a dangerous place. Angry at herself for not realizing this was likely. But all those ideas are driven back in the back of her mind. What else could there be? In this dangerous situation, his expression is only worried, Saber. Shiro! Come to think of it, he has always been like that. Even though he knew she was an excellent knight, he did not treat her as a knight even once. Yeah, it's good bads. It seems playtime is over, Saber. Soft laughter. Ryder places her hands on the Pegasus' neck and makes it beat, its wings even faster. As my noble phantasm is powerful, it is not fit to use on the ground. It'll draw attention no matter what. I could not use it readily, as there are still other masters to think of. But there's no danger of anyone watching here. Do you understand that I led you here because it is convenient? Something missing until now forms in Ryder's hands. It is a mere small rain of shining gold. That is your noble phantasm, Ryder? Yes, but it's not to my taste. The Pegasus is too kind and not fit for battles, so we'll not get in the mood unless I use this. The Pegasus lowers its neck. Pegasus rages, not from its own intentions, but for Ryder's. Disappear, Saber. Even if you survive, your master will not be able to escape. If your master dies, it's the end for you, is it not? That's absolutely true. Ryder's noble phantasm will completely blow away this rooftop. If she hurries, she'll be able to get Shiro away from the rooftop, but Ryder's attack won't destroy just the rooftop. Her master is not strong enough to survive a collapsing building. So for Saber to protect her master, she has to slay the enemy along with the Pegasus. She has no time to decide if her choice is the correct one. She looks at her distant master one more time. He is gritting his teeth, trying to fulfill his role. Wind. That makes her hesitations go away. She forgets about everything that must happen in the future. She's only her master's sword now, and exists only to defeat the enemy. Go, Ryder! That girl first! Don't even leave a piece of her behind! An annoying voice shouts out. As it does, the Pegasus flies up even higher. It disappears from view in an instant. The Pegasus that flew up in the air has already lost its form. After rising as to strike the moon, it arcs and returns down towards the earth. A comet sweeps down. Even after it became an arrow of light, Ryder still pushes the Pegasus. With only one target. She will destroy her enemy, along with its isolated guardian in the sky. Valera! The name is cast. A noble phantasm bears the miracle that a noble phantasm bears a miracle that is released by casting its true name. And if a miracle is a disaster that should not occur in this world. Fun! It is truly a divine lightning. But Bellerophon, just to clarify. A flashing thunderbolt. Watching it, her eyes show no emotion. You said no one will see this place, did you not, Ryder? The wind is unraveled. The wind, centered on her, turns into a raging tempest. I feel the same way. Here there's no need to worry about destroying the earth. The seal is broken. Releasing many layers of wind, the sword makes an appearance. A storm is rising before my eyes. A white light comes bearing down. Even though she is its target, Saber does not move. Saber? The raging wind is coming from her. No, not from Saber, but from the sword she is holding. Huh? I doubt my own eyes. I can see the sword that should be invisible. Slowly, as if taking off bandages, her sword starts to show its form. A golden sword? Raging winds. Many seals develop as if boxes opening. The wind melts into the air. Readying the exposed sword, she faces the descending Pegasus. Myself ready. Ryder descends as a surge of light. The Bellerophon grows large enough to engulf the whole rooftop and speeds up to destroy not only us, but the building itself. The rains of the heroic cavalry light up the rooftop. Time stops. Facing unavoidable destruction, my mind freezes. But not because of the rains of the heroic cavalry. The converging lights, its purity not even comparable to the light of Ryder that is merely large. In her hands, is an assembly of the planet's light, its strongest holy sword. Excalibur! That's right, boys. There's kind of a lot going on. It is literally a line of light. Like a lightsaber. It is a blade of light that slices everything it touches. It slices Ryder with one blow, soars up into the sky night, cuts through the clouds, and disappears. I think if that thing were used on the ground, a great disorder in the land would remain and never disappear. Her sword is not invisible. It merely did not allow others to see it. A golden sword that captivates all who sees it. Its all too famous true name, Excalibur. Said to have existed in England, it is the sword of the king, known as a symbol of knighthood. Yet the strongest noble phantasm of all servants, sealed in numerous battlefields. That is Saber's symbol of heroism. You know what? A little late. It's about average time. Nice place to stop, actually. Very fun. Yeah. So we're gonna stop here for tonight, guys. No reason in particular. I just think we're like at time, and yeah. Anyway, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. That was fun. I liked it. Just a small, real minor announcement. Previously, I had talked about maybe doing like a break for a while. If you may or may not have noticed, I did not do my Monday stream, and that was because I did not. I decided to like start the break that soon, and it will. Okay, enough being coy about it. Like, I'm probably going to be canceling. Not like canceling, like they're not going to be around anymore ever. But I'm going to be putting on hold the Pizza Tower and the Fire Emblem streams until things can calm down a little bit on my end of things. Hopefully that's soon. I hope it's soon. One, it's kind of fun to play those games, and two, like it doesn't matter. But yeah, until I determine otherwise, it's just going to be these Fate streams. So either way, I hope you're not too disappointed. But you still get in the Fate stream, so that's nice. Anyway, hope you guys have a great night, and catch you next time. Okay? See ya.